I hope that all of you can pay full attention, because come on, it's not just me presenting. It's actually it's a sharing and a learning experience. So yeah, I hope I can bring you to know about the blind interview, a learning activity that I did with my students, and I would love to share with all of you. Okay, so first of all, a very quick introduction. My name is Adninss, and I am an English teacher at SMK Sungai Tiram, and I am also an ICT coordinator, even though I have no training in ICT. And my students are mostly Form 4 students, and they have about intermediate English proficiency. So first of all, I'm just going to ask you, what do you think? Why do I call it the blind interview? Okay, so imagine, if you will, if let's say I ask you right now to interview someone behind you without turning around. You just have to ask about them, you have to ask their name, you have to ask questions and everything like that. Maybe you start thinking about what kind of questions can I ask that will not be, over stereotyping or generalizing or anything, or you're making assumptions or anything. So basically, we will be thinking about all that. Like if I'm going to interview someone behind me, or let's say Encik Azhar, I might be thinking, wait, what kind of questions can I ask? I don't know about his age or anything. Like, is that offensive if I ask him? But unfortunately, our students might not know that. They might be thinking, oh, okay, it's okay to ask about how old are you? Questions like, what's your race? But in real world context, that might not be something appropriate. So the blind interview takes students into these interview sessions where they can't see their interviewee. As a matter of fact, it will be done through Skype or any other video call, but they will not get the live feed of the audience. So they will not know who they are interviewing. So they might have to be careful with what they ask. Okay, so some details about the presentation, about the learning activity. This will be in the assessment stage of the lesson. It's part of a bigger learning design where it involves students making interactions, knowing about other people around them, and basically more focus on equality, as in like we're trying to establish a culture where you don't make racial statements or your questions become offensive or whatever. So yeah, the targeted skill here will be on knowledge construction and not exactly skill communication. Why? Because, whoops, sorry. Okay, in this sense, in part of the previous activity was that students will watch a video and even role play a little bit of, they will be watching a video of Conan O'Brien's interview. Have anyone heard of Conan O'Brien? And he always asks these really awkward questions which might not be suitable for real life context. So they're going to watch that video and they learn about all this like notion of correctness, like is this question okay to ask for your peers and everything? So, but right now they have already acquired the skill, or at least they are exposed to the skill. Now is the time where they apply the skill in real interview. So, yeah, description of the activity: participate in an active conversation with another individual, anonymous to them, asking correct questions and asking questions correctly. There's a distinction between that. To apply and practice appropriate questioning skill. So I'm just going to take you to the step of activity real quick. So first of all, I provide the instructions through video, through the help of ICT. This is very straightforward, and as mentioned yesterday, it's very important that you deliver the instruction first so students know what to do. And second, student gets into groups and they come up with 10 questions, like which question do you think they can ask their interviewee? Because the aim here is to get to know a lot about them, but not to kind of like make them uncomfortable.